y'all, it's Kate from the Literary Apothecary and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another bi-weekly reading vlog. This is for the weeks of November 12th to the 25th. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I have one reading update for you all. Today, actually, I finished Death Masks by Jim Butcher. This was, I believe, book 5 in the Dresden Files series. Y'all, I love this book so much. Gave it 5 out of 5 stars. If you want to know more of my thoughts, you can go check out my written review, which will be up very soon. I love this book so much. It had everything that I was looking for in this book. Amazing character development, great plot development, plot movement, the humor, of course, Dresden's humor, just everything about it. I answered questions, but also brought up more questions at the same time. I just loved seeing where our characters went in this book. So other books that I am currently working on this weekend include Traitors Unseen, which is my next novella I'm reading for the Sphinx competition. Weird Sisters by Terry Pratchett, book 2 in the Witches series, which is kind of depends on my mood. I'm really enjoying it at times. At other times, not quite as much, but still enjoying it. I wouldn't say I'm not enjoying it. That's a weird summation of how I'm going about with Weird Sisters. My Hungry Friend by Daniel Barnett. This is a weird book so far. I don't really know my thoughts on this book yet. My brain is still trying to figure out as I go along, so we'll see. No Safe Haven. This is the arc I'm reading, sent to me by James Lloyd Doolin. I am loving this so much. I might be able to finish it this weekend. I think I'm a little bit over 100 pages away from the end, and I am sucked in, and I love our characters. I'm loving Tayan so much in this book. I can't wait to see where this goes. Legacy of the Brightwash. I started this on our way to New York earlier this week, and I am really enjoying this book. The prose in this novel is absolutely beautiful, and I actually have a quote for you. I actually wrote down several quotes from this, but I'm going to only share one, and it just hit me straight to the core, straight through the heart. The quote says, "When you prepared yourself for tragedy, it took the mind a while to switch tracks." And that quote hit so close to home, because when you're used to tragedy and depression and just everything wrong happening in your life, and then something good comes along, it's so hard to accept that good. At least I tend to feel very paranoid when I have good things in my life, because you're thinking, okay, something is gonna happen to change this. That's exactly how I feel actually a lot when I'm with John, because our relationship is just so good, and I've been in so many bad relationships that you're just waiting for that other shoe to fall. But sometimes the other shoe doesn't fall. It's just good. But this quote just hit home to me so much. And then the last book that I'm reading this weekend, I started it today after I finished Death Masks. That is New Spring, the prequel novel. I think it's a little bit long for a novella, but for Robert Jordan, it's pretty much a novella, to the Wheel of Time series. This one takes us back to Moraine and Lan before Eye of the World starts. We see younger versions of some of our main characters, and I am in, I think it's chapter 2 right now, but I'm really enjoying seeing these characters at an earlier time and maybe getting some of our questions that we had from the start of this series answered, like why did Lan and Moraine go to Two Rivers to find Rand and Perrin and Matt? I'm really looking forward to seeing where this book goes. This is kind of a nice kind of breather after Crossroads at Twilight, which felt a little bit like a little sluggish. As you know, I kind of zoned out through a lot of Crossroads at Twilight. So this is kind of a nice refresher, a nice breather from that heavy prose that we had in the past couple books. So that's what I am reading this weekend, and I'll check in with y'all again very soon. Hey y'all, so I have a check-in for you all today. I have finished 2 books since my last check-in. That includes Traitors Unseen by Dave Dobson. This was a Sphinx novella that I read. I only have 2 novellas left in my first round allotment, so that was really, really exciting. This one I ended up giving, I think, 4 stars. Yes, 4 stars. I thought it was solid writing. It was, you know, we had some good characters, but I just wanted more. It felt like sometimes the pacing was a little off. Just wanted more connection, I guess. It was good, but it didn't wow me like some of the others did. So, you know, solid 4 stars. The other book that I have finished since I last checked in is New Spring by Robert Jordan, the Wheel of Time prequel. Thank you again to Stacy and her family for sending this to me. I really, really enjoyed this one. I loved it. I gave this a 4.5 out of 5 stars. It just was missing a little something to make it a 5-star read for me. But I loved everything about this. Definitely one of my favorites in the series, just based off of enjoyment. And I loved seeing some of these characters at a younger age and where this story went. I can't wait to, you know, continue on in the series. I thought this came at a great time. Whoever suggested reading this after book 10 is a genius, because I needed something different, because book 10 was just such a slog for me. I absolutely loved this, and I would read more books from this time period. So that leaves me with the books that I'm currently reading, which include My Hungry Friend, No Safe Haven, which I'm so close to finishing and I'm loving it. Weird Sisters, another book that I'm getting pretty close to finishing. Legacy of the Brightwash. I love this book so much. I'm taking this one slow because I'm loving it so much. And then I started our next novella for the Sphinx competition, Becoming Solo. And this weekend, because I finished New Spring, I started another audiobook, another immersion read. That's Becoming by Michelle Obama. I mentioned in a previous video, I think this is a reread for me, and as I'm listening to the audiobook, I'm remembering different parts of it. So this is definitely a reread, but a reread that I feel like is definitely needed for what I'm going through right now. It was such an inspiring book the first time I read, so I can't wait to make further progress in Becoming by Michelle Obama. So those are my current reads. That's what I'm reading right now, and I'll check in with y'all again very soon. Bye. One last reading check-in for this bi-weekly reading vlog. It looks like I wear the same stuff all the time. I just wear the same sweater, I swear, because it is so warm and comfortable. I love it. Feels like I'm being like wrapped up in a blanket. Anyways, back to our check-in. This morning I finished No Safe Haven by James Lloyd Doolin. This is book 2 in the Mlatu series. I love this so much. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. I loved seeing our characters it progress in this book. I love his Doolin's storytelling is just absolutely fantastic and just on high display in No Safe Haven book 2. I got a physical copy of the ARC, but it is now out and available for purchase. I will have the link in the description below. If you enjoyed No Heart for a Thief book 1 in this series, you will absolutely love book 2. Reading book 2, I could tell that Doolin took what he did in book 1 and learned from it and grew from it in his writing, and it is just so good. So I can't wait to see where this story goes from here. This weekend, to finish up the weekend, I will be reading Weird Sisters, maybe I'll be able to finish that this weekend. I hope so. Legacy of the Bright Watch, making really good progress on this. I am loving this book so much, but it's a big book, so probably won't be able to finish that this weekend, but make good progress in it. My Hungry Friend, I really hope I can finish this weekend. It's a short book, but yeah, now that I've finished No Safe Haven, that will become my focus for my physical reads, so I will make good progress on that. Becoming Solo, which is a novella for the Sphinx competition, and as you know, I've started doing an immersion read of Becoming by Michelle Obama. This is actually a reread for me, and I am loving it so much. We just got to the point where she's met Barack, and I am just soaking this in. Their family is just so inspirational to me, and I love listening to them. So that's going to be my reading for this weekend. Let me know in the comments below, what was your favorite reading moment in the past 2 weeks, and what are you looking forward to reading the most in the next 2 weeks. As always, my Patreon and my Discord information are in the description below. Keep reading, and I love you all to the moon and back. Bye.